Your emotions aren't on your side. They're not trying to help you grow. They're trying to keep you comfortable, safe, soft, average. But success doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you had a long day. It doesn't care if you're not in the mood. It just keeps moving. So here's the real question. Are you going to let your emotions lead your life, or are you going to grab the wheel and take control? Because every time you skip the work, every time you say, "I'll do it later," every time you wait to feel ready, you fall behind. You weren't built to be controlled by moods. You were built to get it done no matter what, to grind when it hurts, to push when you're empty, to rise while others sleep. Your emotions are lying to you, but your actions, they'll tell the truth. Stop waiting to feel it, just show up. Grind anyway, win anyway. Success needs discipline, not emotion. Let's make one thing clear from the start. Your emotions are not the steering wheel. They're not the GPS. Hell, they shouldn't even be in the car. Because when you let your emotions drive, you don't just lose direction, you destroy everything. You overthink, you hesitate, you second-guess yourself, you cancel your own momentum, and before you know it, your dreams are dead. Buried under a mountain of, "I'll do it tomorrow." That's how average people live, and that's why they stay average. Because they only act when they feel good, when everything's perfect, when the weather's nice, when they're in the mood. But guess what? That mood, it's temporary, it's fragile, it's soft. You want to build something legendary. Off of that, forget it. You'll start 100 times and finish 0. You'll grind for a week and disappear for a month. You'll chase consistency, but emotions don't do consistency. They're up one day, down the next. They're loyal to comfort, not commitment. And if you keep letting them run the show, you're never leaving the starting line. Let me tell you the truth most people avoid. Success is not emotional. It's mechanical. It's systematic. It's brutal. It rewards those who do what needs to be done, especially when they don't feel like it. Winners, they don't ask, "Am I motivated today?" They don't check their energy. They don't check the weather. They wake up, they lock in, and they execute. They do the sets, they take the calls, they study, they train, they build, they bleed. And when the emotions rise, they shut them down. Because they know one thing: discipline is the shield. Discipline is the hammer. Discipline is what keeps swinging when everything in you says, "Stop." You think that lion's always hungry? No, but he hunts anyway. Because survival isn't optional. Because being the apex predator means acting like one, even on the days you don't feel like it. That's the mindset. That's the code. That's how greatness is forged. You grind when you're tired. You grind when you're sore. You grind when your heart's broken. You grind when you're stressed. You grind when everyone else is already tapped out. Because this isn't a hobby. This isn't a phase. This is war. And in war, feelings don't matter. Only the result does. You think the Navy SEAL feels good on mile 15? You think Kobe smiled every morning at 4 a.m. on his way to the gym? You think Elon Musk enjoys every 20-hour workday? No. But they did it anyway. Because legends are carved in discomfort. They didn't let emotions make decisions. They let standards do that. They let their mission decide. They let their purpose speak louder than the noise. And that's what you need. A mission so big, emotions become irrelevant. A vision so locked in, no feeling, no excuse, no setback can break you. Because here's the truth. The path to greatness is boring, it's painful, it's lonely, it's repetitive. It's not glamorous, it's grit. It's getting up at 5 a.m. with a sore body and heavy eyes. It's choosing the gym over comfort. It's turning off the phone and locking into your craft. It's being consistent when the fire is gone. And that is what breaks most people. They think success is a highlight reel. They want the glory, not the grind. They want the shine, not the scars. But you're not built like them. You wouldn't be here if you were. You're not here for kind of good. You're not here for almost made it. You want domination. You want to walk in the room and be undeniable. You want to be the man who can't be matched. And that doesn't happen with emotions. That doesn't happen when you follow feelings. That happens when you build discipline like armor, when you train your mind like a soldier, when your work ethic becomes violent, when your consistency becomes inhuman. So the next time your body screams rest, the next time your mind says not today, you answer with too bad. We go anyway. Because that's the difference. That's the edge. That's the separation between the ones who talk about winning and the ones who actually do it. No emotion, no hesitation, no weakness, just war mode discipline. Every day, every rep, every decision. You want success? Stop feeling. Start executing. Choose discipline, not emotions. Let's be real. You will not always feel like showing up. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel motivated, inspired, or fired up. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you'll feel bored. Some days you'll feel like quitting. And that's okay, because how you feel doesn't matter. What matters is this: do you show up anyway? That's the difference between average and elite. That's the difference between emotional boys and disciplined men. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline only cares if you get it done. Think about it. What if a soldier only trained when he felt like it? What if a lion only hunted when he was in the mood? What if a king only ruled when he felt ready? He'd be dead. He'd be eaten. He'd be overthrown. Because the world doesn't wait for emotions. The world rewards execution. Here's what most people don't get. Your emotions, they are not built to lead you to greatness. They're built for survival, for safety, comfort, laziness. Emotions want the easy route. They want the warm bed, the soft couch, the cheap dopamine. They'll tell you, sleep in a little longer. Take a rest day, you've earned it. You can do it tomorrow. Lies. Every single time. Because emotions don't want you to win, they want you to stay comfortable. And comfort is where dreams go to die. But discipline is the weapon. Discipline is the edge. Discipline is the savage mindset that says, I don't care how I feel, I'm showing up anyway. You show up when you're tired. You show up when you're sad. You show up when the motivation is gone. You show up when your mind is screaming for comfort, because champions don't rise when they feel like it. Champions rise because they decided to be unstoppable. Let's break it down even deeper. While you're thinking, while you're feeling, while you're checking your mood and overanalyzing, someone else is already in motion, already on rep 10, already deep into hour 3 of work, already becoming the man you said you wanted to be. And guess what? Life's not going to pause for you. Opportunities won't wait for your head to be in the right place. The clock won't stop ticking just because you're not in the zone. This game is ruthless. You either keep up or get left behind. So stop playing small. Stop letting your emotions call the shots. Stop giving that weak inner voice the microphone. Every time you skip the work because you don't feel like it, you're building a habit of quitting. You're training your brain to surrender. You're teaching yourself to be average, and you weren't born to be average. You want to be respected. You want to be feared. You want to walk into a room and feel like the hardest worker in there? Then it starts with mastering discipline. Because discipline doesn't just get the job done. It builds the beast. It forges the weapon. It makes you bulletproof. You know who's dangerous? Not the loudest guy in the room, not the biggest or strongest. It's the guy who shows up every single day, quiet, consistent, committed, the one who doesn't post about it, the one who doesn't complain about it, the one who just does the damn work regardless of how he feels. That guy is a problem. That's the man who becomes undeniable. That's the man people can't compete with. Because while they were waiting for the right moment, he became something they'll never catch. So from now on, no more, I'm not in the mood. No more, I don't feel like it. No more, I'll do it later. You're not a slave to your feelings. You're the master of your fate. You choose what gets done. You choose the hard path. You choose the grind, especially when it hurts. Because every time you choose discipline, you're stacking bricks on the life you want. You're carving yourself into a weapon. You're becoming the version of you that dominates. So the next time you wake up and you feel like quitting, you feel like taking a break, you feel like coasting, remember this. You either control your emotions or your emotions will control your future. And if they control your future, they will take everything from you. The body, the success, the life, the respect, gone. Because you let your feelings lead the way, so don't. Choose discipline. Every time, no matter what. That's what separates the real ones from the rest. Comfort is the enemy. Consistency is the weapon. Comfort is a trap, a sweet poison, a velvet cage. It looks good, feels good, but it kills you slowly. Because comfort doesn't care about your goals. It doesn't care about your potential. It only wants to keep you where you are, soft, safe, stagnant. Just take a break. You've earned it. There's always tomorrow. You don't need to go that hard. Lieutenant, after lie, that voice, that's weakness trying to seduce you. And every time you listen, every time you hit snooze, every time you take it easy, you hand over your future. You sacrifice your edge. You lose the battle, one small excuse at a time. But discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It doesn't wait for motivation. It doesn't need permission. It wakes up and says, we go, no matter what. Pain or not, we move. Tired? Good. That's the test. Get up, show up, dominate. Discipline is the warrior's code. It separates the boys from the men, the talkers from the doers, the quitters from the killers. Let me ask you something. You want to be great? You want to win at life? You want to walk into any room and own the energy because they know you've earned it? Then understand this. Comfort is not your friend. Consistency is your weapon. Comfort wants you to chill. Consistency wants you to conquer. Comfort says you've done enough. Consistency says you haven't even scratched the surface. Comfort says, why push so hard? Consistency says, because I have a standard, and I'm not lowering it for anyone. Every time you choose consistency, you sharpen the blade, you harden the mind, you train the body, you discipline the soul, and day by day, brick by brick, you build the machine. And guess what? The world, it notices. They may not say it out loud, but they feel it. The way you walk, the way you speak, the energy you bring, you become undeniable. But let's flip it. Keep chasing comfort and watch how fast life humbles you. You'll fall behind. You'll become soft, physically, mentally, spiritually. You'll wake up one day full of what ifs and wasted potential. What if I stayed consistent? What if I didn't quit? What if I pushed through when it got hard? But by then, it's too damn late. You think you're tired now? Try carrying regret for the next 10 years. Try explaining to your future self why you let comfort win, why you stayed average, why you settled. That conversation will break you, and no motivational quote will save you then. But here's the good news. Right now, you still have the choice. You can wake up, shake off the softness, and declare war on comfort. You can choose to operate like a machine, locked in, focused, relentless. You can make this your edge. I do it even when I don't feel like it. I don't miss. I don't skip. I don't negotiate with weakness. I finish what I start. Because anyone can grind when they feel good. That's not special. That's not legendary. What's legendary? Grinding when it sucks. Grinding when you're broken. Grinding when your emotions say quit, and you still say, not today. This is what separates the elite from the average, the savage from the civilian, the lion from the sheep. And let me be crystal clear, this world, it doesn't reward effort. It rewards execution. It rewards consistency. So if you want to win, if you want to rise while they fall, if you want to walk into the storm with fire in your eyes and say, bring it, then lock in, dial up the focus, kill the excuses, own your schedule, and bury comfort once and for all. Because no one's coming to save you. No one's going to do it for you. It's you versus you every damn day. And the only weapon that wins this war? Consistency. Comfort is the enemy. Consistency is the weapon. Choose your side. Success doesn't care about your emotions. Let's stop acting like your emotions are valid reasons to stall, like your mood should dictate your momentum, like your feelings deserve a seat at the table when it's time to grind. Because here's the brutal truth. Success doesn't care about your emotions. It never has. It never will. You could be tired, broken, stressed, burnt out, unmotivated, and none of that matters. You think success will slow down because you're sad today? You think your goals are going to wait until you're feeling it? No. While you're negotiating with your emotions, someone else is outworking you. While you're laying in bed, talking yourself into another excuse, someone is already 10 steps ahead, grinding in silence, making progress, building momentum, and when it's all said and done, no one cares about how you felt, only about what you did. Because emotions are loud, but they're liars. They tell you you're too tired, that you've done enough, that you'll start fresh tomorrow, that you deserve a break even when you haven't earned it. And if you keep listening to them, you'll blink and years will pass. Your dreams will be dust, and all you'll have left is regret. You see, this world doesn't run on feelings. It runs on execution, results, action, not emotions. So if you want to win, you've got to shut down the noise in your head. You've got to rise above the internal chaos and move like a machine. You've got to be the guy who shows up when he's tired, when he's hurt, when he's doubting, when he's uninspired, because that's what separates the boys from the men. Anyone can work hard when they're fired up, when the sun's out, when the playlist hits, when the energy is perfect. But who are you when it's pitch black? When no one's watching, when it's cold, when it's painful, when you don't want to? That's the version that defines your destiny. Your emotions want comfort. Success demands discomfort. Your emotions want safety. Success is war. Your emotions want rest. Success says, not yet. We're not done. You want to be elite? Then you've got to stop worshiping your feelings and start obeying your mission. There will be days you wake up and your body aches. There will be nights where your mind screams to quit. There will be seasons where everything in you wants to shut down. But you don't listen. You go harder. Because you weren't built for comfort. You were built for conquest. You were born to break ceilings, to carry weight others run from. You think the greatest men in history felt good every day? You think warriors marched into battle with a smile and perfect energy? No, they were scared. They were exhausted. They were full of doubt, but they fought anyway. And that's why we remember their names. You say you want it? Then back it up with blood, with sweat, with discipline. You want success? Then get ready to show up when you don't want to. Every single day. You don't get a pass because you feel overwhelmed. You don't get special treatment because you're anxious. You don't get to pause just because it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's where greatness lives, in the pressure, in the discomfort, in the pain. So what are you going to do? Wait to feel right, or move like a savage despite the wait? You've got two options every morning. Be led by your feelings and stay soft, small, forgettable. Be led by your mission and build something powerful with your life. Because success, it doesn't knock, it doesn't text, "Are you okay?" It doesn't check in to see if you're feeling inspired. It keeps moving with or without you. So move, train when you're sore, study when you're bored, show up when you're down, work when you're uninspired, grind when it hurts. Because the man who keeps swinging through the storm, he's the man who walks out victorious. And the world, it remembers the finisher, the one who didn't quit, the one who didn't care how he felt because his purpose was louder than his pain. So next time your emotions try to speak up, drown them with action. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. You don't need inspiration, you need obsession. You don't need good vibes, you need war mode. Because success doesn't care about your emotions, and if you want it, you better stop caring too. In the end, success doesn't care if you're tired, it doesn't care if you're stressed, it doesn't pause just because you don't feel like it. You either show up or you fall behind. Feelings are temporary. But the grind, that's what lasts. If you're still here, you're built different. Like the video. Subscribe and drop the keyword "I grind anyway" in the comments to prove you stayed till the end. Let your feelings scream, but let your discipline lead. I'll see you in the next one.